Hey, you're watching Cad Roll Hunter. I took a stroll to the coin cupboard to see what I might want to hunt next, and these two bundles of pennies fell out, the elastics broke, the roll split, and pennies went everywhere, so I guess the decision's been made. Today we're going to hunt some pennies. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is James and you're watching my channel, Cad Roll Hunter, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to hunt next, and like I said, the decision was made for me. I had these bundles of pennies. I was actually just moving them around to see what else was in the cupboard of coins that I had ready to go. And check this out. These elastics have all dried up and they just cracked and broke. Both of these bundles fell apart, and this wrapper here just split right down the middle. I had to scoop them all up and got them here. But it looks like we're going to hunt some pennies. I've got the copper cup here. I've got another cup here for all of the steel and zinc discards, so to speak. I've got my tools here. I've got my electric or electronic scale here, my digital scale, as well as my magnet, which is really helpful. And of course, we're looking to fill spots in our Lighthouse Vista Nature album. We've got lots of stuff here. We have 98 of 131 spots filled. We got some early ones right from first year 1920 small scent. We really lucked out in one hunt and got a whole bunch of old pennies. But we've pretty much got everything else with a few exceptions. We don't have a 1966 or a large beads pointed 565. Not that we couldn't find a 66, I just was trying to get only the shiny ones in here. Anyway, a few little holes, that 1990 we could probably easily fill. And otherwise, there's some other ones that are a little bit harder, or I just haven't found a really nice one. No worries, we're going to fill that up sooner or later, one way or the other. But we're going to get started and hunt what is apparently roll number one. So in that very first roll, I think we've got a dryer coin. We'll put it under the scope to see what I'm seeing. I really only scoped it because it's an 85, and I'm looking for, of course, the pointed 5 for the book. We found a pointed 5 just the other day, but look at the surface of this coin. It looks almost as though it has been melted. I think that is heat damage. If I look at this, it is, well, we've lost all of the detail. It almost doesn't look real. I'm pretty sure it's a real penny. I'll set that aside as an interesting find. It's had some kind of heat damage, I think, although it may not be a dryer coin because the edge hasn't been really flattened down like you would expect, but something's happened to that one. Very odd. Well, we're in luck. We got a 1943, our first roll, and we're going to have King George VI, and that is pretty awesome. Great start. Roll number 2, it looks like it's going to be a little bit grungy, but it is going to be an older scent. It's a 1962. We'll throw it under the scope and see if it might be the guitar or harp, if we could even see it under the grunge. Well, nothing here. We're looking at a die variety where we might see some lines coming down from the one. Of course, we'd love to find it in excellent shape, not quite like this. Same roll, here's another one, much nicer condition it seems. This one is a 1963. So we're getting a lot of American pennies. That's par for the course here. This roll number 3, I've just opened up, and it looks to be almost completely Americans. Not 100% because there are some Canadians in there, but you can see a lot of American edges. Roll number 5, it's going to be another oldie. It's going to be a 1950, our second King George VI in a bankroll. Well, there's going to be 2 rolls in a row. Roll number 6, and it's a 1945. Roll 8, there is another laureate portrait. This time it is a very common 1964. Here's what I wanted to show you. I'll just put this under the scope and just take a quick peek at this one. This one kind of trips people up a little bit, so throw that under there. And you'll note that where you would expect to see the date, there's nothing there. And I often get comments from people thinking they found an error coin or they found this strange or unusual penny with no date on it. And I just usually have to say, well, just flip it over and you might find the date on the other side. It's a 2002. This was Queen Elizabeth's Golden Jubilee. This is a commemorative coin commemorating 50 years on the throne. And you can see the double date, 1952, 2002. But it is a normal coin. If you see it like that, it's not an error. It is just a commemorative. First coin in roll number 9, it's a 1961. Pretty dark patina on it, but it's a laureate portrait, another one for the board. Here's another double-dated commemorative. This one has the dates 1867 to 1992. That was celebrating 125 years of Confederation. And so, of course, the dates are on the front of this one under the maple leaf. I might just check and see if this might upgrade in the album. Looks pretty nice. Well, the hunt's going okay. We've got an assortment of oldies, maybe a possible upgrade or two, but I want to take a little break because I just checked the mailbox and I'm super excited because these were just in there right now. And I want to show you this. Big shout out to fellow YouTuber, Canadian Silver Seeker. Go check out his channel. These are his channel rounds. These are 1/10 of an ounce of 3/9 fine silver with some really iconic Canadian designs. These are bright and shiny with a proof finish. I had to wear gloves. I'm going to flip it over here and I'm going to throw this under the scope because you'll see some iconic Canadian designs on here. We'll throw that right there. And first of all, you'll see, of course, the big maple leaf there. You'll see the canoe with the Voyager and the Indigenous person. There's a loon in there. You'll see there, it's Canadian Silver Seeker right on there. 3/9 fine, 1/10 of an ounce of silver. And check out the other side here. These are the images from the Centennial commemoratives. We've got the wolf from the 50-cent piece. We've got the Canada Goose from the $1. We have the lynx or bobcat from the quarter and the mackerel from the dime. Really awesome. And he has actually two designs and he sent me both of them. We actually traded, so hopefully we got a fair deal on both sides, but same reverse, I would say, or obverse, whichever is which. And then check this one out. Happy stacking, eh? With the map of Canada. I'll just put that under there too. And we can see, and there is the Canada Goose. Just gorgeous. So if you wanted to get your hands on these, go check out Canadian Silver Seeker's channel on YouTube. He's giving these away in a straight up trade. So you don't buy them from him. He's not trying to sell them. Basically, if you want one of these, check out his site. Just send him a silver quarter, so an 80% or 90% silver quarter, and he will mail you one of these. So if you're looking at a way to put something unique in your collection, in your stack, whether you're a coin collector or an enthusiast like me, or just a silver stacker, this is a pretty interesting way to add something really unique and interesting. So I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. Canadian Silver Seeker. Check out his channel, subscribe to him. He puts out lots of great content. He's actually filling a bag of $1,000 in face value of silver. So this is going to help him on that. It's actually a pretty awesome feat. So go check him out, give him some love, and maybe do a trade with him to get one of these in your collection. They are simply gorgeous coins, and you can't go wrong. So I've got those flipped up, preserved, and they look awesome. So huge thanks to Canadian Silver Seeker for sending those to me. Really happy to do a trade with you, brother. That's awesome. And for those of you watching, let me know, is this something you think that I should do? I've thought about it, and I've got the info from Canadian Silver Seeker on where he had these done up. It seems like something that would be interesting. Let me know if I were to do something like this, if you might be interested in expanding your stack. And certainly it's not going to be something I do anytime soon because I got a lot on the go. So in the meantime, definitely head over to Canadian Silver Seeker and make a trade with him to get yourself one of these too. All right, let's get back to these pennies. Roll 11, there is a last year of the penny. 2012 was the last year the penny was issued, and they were pretty much withdrawn soon after that. And these were made in both steel and zinc. And if you want to find out the difference, you'll find out with a magnet, and that one is definitely the steel one. Very into that, roll another 1962 laureate portrait. Roll 12 is going to give us something. This time it is a 1957, so we've got an Elizabeth II from the 50s. Same roll, and here is a 1963, and this one is looking pretty nice. It's red-brown. It's still got a lot of red on it. Not so much on that side, but it could upgrade what we've got in the album. We'll hold on to that one and we'll check at the end. Roll 12, it's going to be a bit corroded, but this is an oldie, our first U.S. wheat cent. And it's going to be a common 1944 out of Philadelphia. And a little further back, we're going to get an older Canadian as well. This time, it is another 1963. We're in roll number 14, and I can see an older Elizabeth just peeking out behind this one here. It's another laureate portrait. Looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It is, and it's a 1961. I just laid out roll number 15, and we're going to get a foreign coin in here. I think it is going to be a Euro 2 cent. It's got basically a line right in the middle of the coin. So let's see if we can find it here, because now it's lurking. Oh, there it is. Right there, and it is 2 Euro cents, and it's going to be from Germany, and it's going to be a 20-something 2006 with the F mint mark. Roll 16, here is another laureate portrait. It looks pretty slick, but it's the last year, 1964 for the laureate portrait. And there's another one just 3 coins back from that 64. This one here, another 1961. Same roll, and there's a pretty nice one. This is one of those commemoratives. That's the Abraham Lincoln, 2009. This one's out of Philadelphia. This is, I believe, his professional life. Well, that's going to be the end of our 20 roll hunt, and it was a pretty even distribution of copper and zinc and steel here. We got a big pile of US zinc. I'm going to roll this up. I trade my US coins with a friend for the silver that he finds coin roll hunting, so I'll roll that all up here. We did find a bunch of US copper. I hold on to that too. Over a whole roll there was US copper, and probably a couple rolls at least of zinc cents. In terms of finds, we found that really odd 1985 with that sort of maybe melted smooth surface, very odd. We got here 10 laureate portraits in the 60s, some 61, 62, a pretty nice looking 63. I'll check the album, see if that might upgrade. A couple 64s. We got a 1957 was the earliest Elizabeth. And we got a few King George the 6th as well, 1943, 1945, and 1950. And I kept a few bright and shiny for my US collection. I'll see if those might upgrade. Probably not, but I might hold on to them maybe for some trades. And a few here that might upgrade the album. So I'll grab the album, take a look, and see if we can upgrade anything. And of course, we don't want to forget the foreign. We got a 2 Euro cent from Germany from 2006. Well, we did make some progress. We actually are up to 99 of 131 spots because we slotted a 1990. I got a decent one to put in there. And we upgraded the 1992. Just a bit of an upgrade from the one that we had in there. This one turning a little bit brown, maybe some fingerprints on it. So we did a little bit better in there with that 1992, and that is awesome. Well, thank you so much for watching that penny hunt and album fill. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, don't forget to check out Canadian Silver Seeker. Maybe do a trade with him and see if you can get your hands on one of his 3/9 fine channel rounds. They're pretty awesome. So thank you so much. I always appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Coin Roll Hunter, please do that now. And I would really, really appreciate it. And of course, give the video a like. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. We'll see you again next time. The sponsors of today's video are Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press. Lighthouse Canada is the leading supplier of high-quality numismatic supplies in Canada, and the Charlton Press is the leading publisher of coin and paper money catalogs and price guides for Canadian collectors. Go check out their online stores today and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 for 20% off all your purchases.